First, the U.S. incarcerates a higher proportion of its citizens than any other country. 1 out of every 100 adults, 2.4 million people in a system which employs another 2.5 million folks and consumes $212 billion a year. An economic crisis would give us a chance, you'd think, to rethink priorities. But will we? Prison reform is just one of the many topics up for discussion in Detroit at the U.S. Social Forum this week. We'll talk about the whys and wherefores of the American prison system and the way it is so hard to change in our conversation segment coming up. But one thing's for sure, change doesn't happen without organized, consistent pressure. Remember that old adage about make me do it, the labor organizer and the president? Well, these days, the power to make anyone do anything relies on the power to be heard. And that, too, is undergoing a change. In Detroit this week, Don Rojas of Free Speech TV will join us to talk about one of the biggest independent media collaborations to hit U.S. shores. Next, from Detroit, Don Rojas of Free Speech TV.
You know, there's a difference between dreaming and visualizing. Which one are you doing?
The U.S. Social Forum has something for everyone. It's about our rights, women's rights, immigration, children, poverty movement, food justice, land use. The U.S. Social Forum has something for everyone. The U.S. Social Forum has something for you.
Well, come to Detroit, the ad said, and tens of thousands did. Among them our friend and colleague Don Rojas of Free Speech TV, who helped to make GRITtv possible every day. Don, welcome to the program. So glad to have you, the new executive director of Free Speech.
Thank you, Laura. It's great to be on.
Give us a flavor of what's happening there in Detroit. I'm going to be joining you in just a few hours. What will I find?
Yep. Well, you're going to find a lot of excitement and a lot of positive energy from thousands of people, young and not so young. But the heartening thing is that they are predominantly young and very diverse from cities and communities across the country, across ethnic and cultural lines. And they are coming together to share ideas, to learn from each other, to explore areas of collaboration, to share best practices in grassroots organizing and social activism.
A big part of the collaboration there in Detroit is a media collaboration. Tell us about it.
Yeah, this media collaboration is quite unique, at least in terms of my experience of being in media for many, many years. What we are experimenting with is the coming together of print media, internet media, television media, radio media, to produce progressive media from perhaps the largest progressive event in the country this year. There are well over 20,000 registered participants here at the U.S. Social Forum in Denver. And what we are trying to do at Free Speech TV is to make available to independent media producers and organizers around the country a television platform on the 2 cable networks that we are on, Dish Television, Satellite TV, and as of yesterday, Laura, on DirectTV. And we have collaborators from independent media organizations and from journalism schools and media arts departments across the country who are participating in this experiment with us. So we are webcasting several hours of coverage live. We are taking that webcast and we are telecasting on our satellite channels, and we are at the same time extensively using social media, the blogosphere, Twitter.
It's so exciting, Don, and it's a big step from both 2000, when Free Speech and I collaborated along with many, many independent media folks to cover the conventions, the Republican and Democratic conventions of that year, to see the role of social media in all of this now. And the web In those days, we pretty much had to wait for the evening broadcast to see what had happened. Now it's all happening live stream. And viewers, if you haven't checked out the live stream at freespeech.org, do it. I'll be there tomorrow. A lot of great folks have been there already. Here's a clip of what you would have seen if you plugged in this week already. This is from the opening night ceremony at the U.S. Social Forum. Grace Lee Boggs, a veteran organizer from the civil rights movement and of the revitalization movement there in Detroit, talked. She's celebrating her 95th birthday today.
Detroit is a movement city. Every time we have a crisis, we see it as an opportunity. And I think I'd like you to take that back to your cities. That a crisis is an opportunity for you to create something new and something different. And so we don't just resist, we create something new.
So part of the Social Forum agenda is to imagine what we can't yet see. Another world is possible. If you were to imagine another media world, Don, the one that you and I and all of our pals are making, what does it look like 5 years, say, down the road?
Well, it looks like the internet is going to be the platform, the common platform for the delivery of all media in the future. That is voice, audio, as well as video. And on top of that, you've got the social media component, which allows the consumers of media, the viewers and the listeners, to participate in a dialogue with the producers of media, to provide feedback in real time via Twitter or Facebook postings. It's a brave new media world that we are on the cusp of, and this is really an experiment in collaborating to fully exploit this new world of media.
All right, well, I can't wait to join you, Don. I'll see you later today. If you haven't yet checked out the live stream, do it freespeech.org. And folks, did you hear, Don? We are now newly, as of this week, on DirectTV channel 348, the second satellite service to be hit by the Free Speech TV channel. We'll go out with this clip from Danny Glover talking to our friend Sarah Van Gelder of Yes Magazine.
So many groups are here doing work from everything from organic farming to issues around youth violence and justice, etc., etc. That's what's happening right now in Detroit. So it's appropriate that the Social Forum is here right now. The state that's most devastated, perhaps the city that's most devastated by the economic decline that we've experienced and the failure of this economic paradigm. Yeah. So I'm here with the Social Forum here, and it's exciting. I see so many young people here, and I see people here coming back to reclaim themselves and reclaim their lives and reclaim their world. That's what this is about. Reclaim this country.